Well, Paul Frew chairs the Agriculture Committee and he's with me now. Thanks for joining us on the programme, Mr Frew. Why do you think horsemeat was not on the radar of the Food Standards Agency until late last year?
Well, they have explained to us in the committee today that their main element of investigation is food safety and they don't necessarily test for species of meat. And I suppose because we have such a traceable system, a very, very good system in Northern Ireland, which is world class, second to none throughout the world, I suppose it wasn't on their radar.
But with the benefit of hindsight, it seems so blindingly obvious that it should have been, doesn't it?
Yes, and I think, as far as I know, there have been tests done in the past with regards to meat that's been exported to America. So yes, it has been done to a certain degree, but this has caught everyone unawares. It's something that needs to be investigated thorough, and that's why I was keen to investigate and interrogate the information on the investigation that's currently going on in FSA, the extent of that, who is being investigated, what is being tested, and what results that will bring. And
did you get a degree of reassurance today from those experts who were before the joint hearing of the committee that they are getting to grips with finding out what happened, how it happened, and making sure that it won't happen again?
Well, there's a wholesale investigation now where retailers, processors, cold stores will have to inspect their meat, which they currently have. And I was keen to find out how then that would be inputted into FSA and what determinations will come out of this. What will we know? We need to know the truth. We need to know all of the truth. And then we need to see how we repair the damage.
Well, repairing the damage is terribly important. So far as we know, this is not at this stage a food scare. Nonetheless, it is an issue of consumer confidence.
Yes.
What do you say tonight to people watching this who, for very obvious reasons, have real concerns about buying some of the products which have clearly been affected by this controversy?
Well, again, I'm keen to separate the issues. The produce that our farmers grow in their fields and produce in their fields is traceable from gate to plate. Very, very good produce, grass-fed, fresh meat, which is there's nothing wrong with it. It's fully traceable and accountable. And separate that from the imported processed meat, which we bring in, and then also the meat that's contained within convenience packaging.
And that's absolutely right to distinguish those two. The problem is that the consumer doesn't always know which of those two options he or she is purchasing, particularly in ready meals.
Yes, it's all to do with the labelling too, and I suppose this is the issue here. What does it say that we're actually eating on the label? It's very, very important, but that's why we should be reassured to go to our local butchers and ask, where does this meat come from? And any butcher will be able to tell you where he has sourced that material from.
And that is the answer as far as you're concerned?
As far as I'm concerned, that is the answer.
But there are other issues that you will want more detailed answers on in the future. So you'll be wanting to hear again from these experts.
This has to be ongoing. We can never go back to the unknown. We need to make sure we know exactly what is on everybody's plate in the future. We cannot have another scare like this. The industry will recover and will get through this okay because of the traceable system and because of how good our system and our produce is. But we must make sure that we never go back to the unknown and we know exactly what we're faced with.
Okay, Paul Frew, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.